What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I got some new news for you regarding Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. The 8th Division World Champion has broken ties with Bob Arum with Top Rank Promotions. As of the Jeff Horn fight, the contract is sealed according to his lawyer, Vernesto. Mr. Vernesto has stated that there's no ties to Top Rank at this particular time, so there's no agreement with them, and they're breaking ties. Also, Bob Arum's rebuttal was that, he is expected to be a part of that fight with La Máquina, Lucas Matisse, coming soon here shortly. So, time has to tell what's going to happen with this particular predicament, because Manny Pacquiao has been with Bob Arum so long that he had every opportunity in the world to leave him so many different times. Because I remember when the Mayweather negotiations went on for the longest, Bob Arum was one of the people that held up those promotions, and it really wasn't Bob Arum that made that fight happen. It was Steven Espinosa from Showtime. So a lot of that happened because of other people, not Bob Arum. Bob Arum was a part of the problem, not a part of the solution. The sad part about that with Manny Pacquiao, as I've been saying, if you guys looked at my videos, not only is he's not the fighter that he used to be, that's one problem, but he's always had the Top Rank holding him back. Had he would have been with other fighters, like Al Heyman or Golden Boy, he could have had all the top fights. He could have been fighting Danny Garcia. He could have been fighting Amir Khan. He could have been fighting, all types of fighters. Sean Porter. Those fights, they sparred once upon a time, and that was very interesting, and there was a big buzz between them two guys fighting, or sparring, rather, in the ring. So, these fights could have happened, and since the Mayweather fight, he's fought Bradley for the 3rd time. Nobody wanted to see that fight. He fought Jesse Vargas. No one wanted to see that fight, but it was a lot better than a Bradley 3, and he fought Jeff Horn, and nobody knew who that was. Nobody at all. Everyone knows who he is now, only because he fought Manny Pacquiao, though. So, being as it may, Manny Pacquiao has wasted a lot of time with Bob Arum. Now, all of a sudden, he decides to cut ties with Bob Arum, which he should have done so long ago. It's ridiculous. He's made a lot of bad business decisions, and it's, unfortunately for him, you go from the biggest fight ever recorded as history for pay-per-view buys and gate to going to an undercard, because that's what Bob Arum offered him. He offered him an undercard slot to fight Mike Alvarado, under the undercard of Terrence Crawford, though. And we know now the Terrence Crawford fight is not going to be scheduled as it's supposed to because he has a hand injury. But that was still disrespectful. Of course, he dropped out for that, but it shows you how your promotion company cares about you when he puts you on an undercard. So, it's sad, but it shows you how fast that your popularity and your stock drops due to the decisions you make in the sport of boxing. Those guys that he fought had nothing to do with him coming up. My perception, and I thought what the intentions for Manny Pacquiao was, just to have a couple fights like Floyd did. Floyd fought Andre Berto, right? He fought Berto on his last fight after they fought. So, you knew that was Floyd's hey, sayonara fight. And I'm thinking maybe Manny Pacquiao was having his sayonara fight until he fought Jesse Vargas, because I knew he fought Bradley. Okay, let's mix it up with Bradley again. Why? But it's going to happen, right? So it happened. Then he fights Jesse Vargas. Now, we're like, okay, Jesse Vargas has only had one loss to the guy that he beat, who cared, because he just beat the guy that beat the guy. So, but I was looking forward for Jesse to come up because Manny Pacquiao has already done everything that he's going to do in the sport of boxing. But he goes in there and he was still good enough at the time to beat Jesse Vargas. Now a year after that goes by, he fights a nobody named Jeff Horn, an awkward, tough, rugged fighter from Australia. And he gets in a fight that he lets lag too long, It's like he holds this guy like he did Margarito in their fight, but he did Margarito like that just out of pity. You know, he didn't want to knock him out or hurt him any more than he already did. But this particular time, it wasn't because he held the guy or carried him. He just wasn't able to finish him. So a lot of people seen there was a different Manny Pacquiao because he got hit with shots that he shouldn't have got hit with. You know, so be that as it may, Manny Pacquiao has got out of the sport of boxing. You guys tell me what you think about it. Until then, you guys been counterpunched. Peace.